In this cleaning video, I only used this, which is a natural cleaner. It smells like lavender, and the way the kitchen is, it's right by outside, so sometimes we get ants, and so the lavender keeps it away, but this is a natural cleaner. And I pulled this out, my bleach spray. I like the smell of it, but I don't like to use it because I don't like to use harsh chemicals, especially when I know I'm about to cook. Because all surfaces can hold them, and I just really don't feel like poisoning my family. So I brung this out, but I'm not going to use it. I'm putting it back. I didn't really want to use it anyways. I kind of like to use it on toilets and stuff like that we don't have to touch or come in contact with, but I want to know it's clean. That's what I use it for. That I only used this natural cleaner, some hot water, and some dish soap, and that's it. And it cleaned everything. It cleaned all the surfaces, the steel, the wood cabinets, countertops that are granite, my black stove top. It cleaned it pretty well. I had to use a spoon to get the hard grease off because I only do the deep cleaning once a month, and then every other week, like if it needs it. But normally I just do a deep cleaning once a month, and then I try to get my son to clean every day. Doesn't happen, but I try to clean it when he doesn't clean it. So that's about it. I'm going to put my dishes away, get everything squared away, and then I'm going to do prep for my dinner. But this is basically how I clean my kitchen once a month. I'm going to sweep, gonna mop, and that's it. Okay, so what you're gonna see is me washing my dishes. This is going to be like a normal clean. I do this clean about once a week. This is just a little more than extra maintenance than cleaning the kitchen every day. This is me going a little bit deeper, and I do this like once a week to keep, like I said, the ants at bay, because outside my door is the outside door. So this is me washing the dishes, getting the cabinet space ready. I know there's a lot of prep work in order to clean the kitchen, just so I can be able to cook the food. So this is what I'm doing. Going through the house, seeing what all needs to be cleaned, and then I started to wash slowly, but wash the dishes that I see in the sink. Then I started to organize my drawers. I do that by cleaning the utensils in the drawers first. I just got a new organizer set, so that's what I'm doing there, just washing and reorganizing the drawers, the utensils that go in the drawer. And so now I'll give you a glimpse of the organizer, and I walk off and come back a lot because I'm still learning how to work the angles of my kitchen and try to get the whole space. It's a pretty big, nice sized kitchen, so I walk off, I come back, I walk off, I come back, but that's just so I can get my angles together. And around this time, this is when I started to hurt, but I knew I had to coat my pan. That's a cast iron pot, so you typically just coat it with oil, put it in the oven, and let it cook for almost half a day, and then it'll keep it from rusting. Now I'm going back into organizing and making sure I wash dishes. I wash dishes throughout the whole cleaning of my kitchen process. I don't just wash them all, get them all out of the way, because I have a system where I let them dry. So I wash and then I stop so that I can wash other things, and then I wash again. I'll be washing all the things that hold my utensils on the counter. That's what that blue jug was. And now I'm just setting myself up for the organization. Let's see, I've got my blender, the blender case. I mean, my hand mixer in my hand mixer case, and I wipe that off. I bake a lot, or make a lot of bread for myself, so that's what I use my hand mixer for. Here I walked off because I needed medicine. I started hurting, so I went to go get some Aleve and come back. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry my back is turned for majority of this video, but I don't like to put any electronics, my camera, my phone, anything by water, so you're gonna see the back of me a lot. um, this is me just trying to see what works. I often change cabinets because when I let my son clean the kitchen, he typically puts things everywhere, so I go back and I'm constantly reorganizing. That is my life. I reorganize, stop, reorganize again. So that's basically what I do. And I use a lot of my storage space for bowls, pots, pans, all that kind of thing. So if I duck down, it's because I'm trying to get those straight too. So what I'm doing right here is on my countertop, I keep a lot of my things that I use often, like my utensils. I don't like to drink sodas, so I use my soda stream a lot. And I have my blender bottom there, rice, small things like that that can sit on the counter because I keep them in containers, or their electronics or appliances. I keep them on the counter. So what I'm doing now is just wiping behind them and emptying out the empty trays. Well, that's what I'm doing right now, emptying out all the waste. Sometimes they'll eat bread and leave the bread thing in there, or they'll just leave crumbs all over the place. So I'm wiping behind, getting the stickiness, getting the dirt, making sure everything is where it's supposed to be. I buy a lot of my herbs freshly ground, so I keep those in they come in little bags instead of jars, and I have to straighten those out. And now I'm just gonna wipe down everything, and I'll let you guys see the process for me wiping behind everything. I scrub my microwave and my refrigerator very, very, very well. And I thought it would be best to just flip the camera to give you a wider angle, just to see where everything is. And I'm cleaning my microwave tray, the bottom of the microwave, and just making sure that when I have to clean this microwave, which is a tough order for me because I'm fairly short, and so being so high up, it was a challenge. But now I'm just gonna wipe everything off, and I'll be quiet and let you guys do that, and then I'll talk in a minute. Now that my microwave's clean, I'm gonna move on to the stove. I see that I have some old grease in my pot, so I'm gonna empty that in an empty grease container. And I don't like to keep dirty grease, so I'll get rid of that right away. I put it in a plastic container that it came in, and just I keep those to the side. Then I'm gonna throw that away. And so I can clean my pots and clean my stove. So now I'm gonna clean my stove very well, using my brush, the cleaners, hot water, as hot as I can stand. And I'm gonna have to go back and find something else to scrub with because it's a natural cleaner. It doesn't really clean like abrasive cleaners, but it still works. So I prefer to use it so that it doesn't harm my family, especially when I know I'm about to cook. So I get a spoon, and I'm helping out the natural cleaner with getting off the cake of grease by just scraping it a little bit with the spoon here and there, for the stubborn grease that doesn't want to leave. Once I get that top clean really well, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood like a mechanic and scrub under the bottom. I like to make sure I scrub. This kind of is warm because I have my cast iron pot in the oven, so it's heating the bottom of the stove for me, which makes it very easy to clean. So it took little to nothing for me to be able to clean that. And now I'm done with my water, with my cleaning solution that I made, and my um, stuff to clean the cabinet. I'm done with that, so I'm just gonna use it to clean out the ranges, make sure my ranges are clean, dried off, and then I place them back. And I'm gonna place back the coils that go inside the range. One of them need a little TLC. It had a little more grease on there than I feel comfortable with. So besides wiping it off, I had to really soak it, clean it, and things like that. I'm gonna wipe down everything, give my dishwashing machine a good wipe down. Even though I never use it. Trying to also find a place to put those little trays that I cleaned off the counter. Since I threw away some dirt, I had some extra, so I was trying to find out where to put it. Just decided to leave it on the counter, and I'm gonna wash out the pots that I use often and the ones that I had grease in, and finally finish washing off those dishes, finishing off the last few that I had left. Just to make sure I continue with my system. I try not to do too much, but I had some really big pans. Last night I made my tomato paste for the week, and then I made um, I blanched my peppers for the week, so I'm cleaning out those pots now. They're fairly big, so it was a headache, but now I'm wiping the back of the subway tile, and I'm just gonna give you a preview of how the kitchen looks.